Hi, welcome to Module 15, the case study about attendance. As we're looking at this Oak Hills problem, we know that parents are required to explain student absences and teachers are to document those absences. Most often parents call in before an absence occurs and it's not a no afterwards, and that way it can get approved sooner. Age of student, home life, and health are important factors when we determine how a student may apply for truancy. If they're illness, then we might need to look at a 504 to know that they're not being truant, but that there is a health concern. That there's a new principal at this high school. Athletes are exempted from absences, from having too many absences by the athletic director. There is little parent involvement due to the commute, and Golden Oak High School has had a decline over the years in their attendance policies. So our first student was Karen. She is a junior at the high school that got married at the beginning of the school year. Her grades have started to decline, and that's unfortunate because she was on the honor roll the previous years, and parents have requested meetings with teachers and the counselor. Our second student is Tyrone. He missed 2 weeks of school due to trips that his parents took. Although it's nice to have parents that are travel and willing to take him with him for educational purposes, it does really affect how much school he's missing and the academics he's missing in the school. The one that I'm really concerned about is Christina, and I'm concerned for a couple of reasons. One, that her parents aren't the ones writing the letters for her to be excused from school, that it's a minister, and why she is taking so many trips throughout the school year. Sorry, I turned it too soon. And that her grades are starting to suffer because of these trips is another major concern. And her algebra teacher has requested conferences, but the parents are involved. Carl, I think it's awesome that he's going to vocational school in the afternoon. I am a little sad that they are reporting several absences because he has a great opportunity to have a career outside of school once he graduates. And then we have John, and John is a quarterback. He's being excused by the athletic director because he favors athletes, and he is having to seek physical therapy twice a week. So he is missing a lot of school throughout the fall. All right. Our violation of statute 72111. Sorry guys, I'm having problems with technology tonight. What does it mean that Karen was married? Was this like arranged by her parents? Is she just marrying somebody that's older? Like, what exactly is going on with her that she can be married as a junior in high school? And why isn't the counselor following up with the students' absences, and just a marriage as a 17-year-old is kind of a big deal? Even though Tyrone's absences were excused, they exceeded the number of personal days the student is allowed to have, which is 3. Christina's absences were excused, but without parent consent, and this is very concerning if I am the parent and the school, because I would want to make sure that she is safe outside of the school environment with the minister going on trips. I would also be doing some digging to make sure that this isn't something she's trying to pull over our eyes. Carl, his parents devalue school attendance policies because they didn't have the same experiences. They dropped out of high school, were able to find careers and make a living for themselves, but they should want a little bit better for Carl and know that he can have an opportunity to attend vocation school and have a successful career outside of high school. And then John, we have a lot of problems with the athletic director giving him permission to miss school and the number of days he's missing due to his physical therapy. So if we look at section 3, previous administrators have allowed for attendance policies to become lax. This is very concerning because you're going to see a decline in your academics and the students that are there participating in after school activities. Your state assessment scores are going to go down. You might have more kids that are getting in trouble outside of school because they are out messing around instead of attending school. And research has shown that there is a direct correlation between lack of attendance and decreasing grades. So, section 4, when we look here, we have people that are involved or the previous administration who have become lax. Building administrators, teachers, and parents are not adhering to attendance policies at all. And counselors are not checking in with the kids that are missing multiple days of school. Is there something that is going on? Are the kids facing depression? Is something happening at home that we should be checking on as a school? We need to keep these kids safe. Place demographics of the school is changing, so we also have personal beliefs from home that we need to address and be mindful of. Parents don't always know the data to support kids attending school on a regular basis and the reasons we have attendance policies in the first place. And when parents work further from town, then that leaves kids without an adult for longer periods of time. Program athletics and other after school activities are taking precedence, and this is a concern. So in section 4 or section 5, we are not abiding by state and district attendance policies. Approximately 85% of the student population has missed 10 or more days of school. This is an extremely high number. In all 5 cases, teachers have ignored the attendance policy set by the district. We have homeroom teachers that are not checking the boxes. They're completely ignoring them because of the kids' situation. They are approving absences without checking with parents or without checking the administration. They are also not requiring students from, I'm making an assumption on the case study, to make up for the work that they are missing. The sampling of students shows a much larger problem. It shows that staff views on attendance policies are not strong, that they've become very comfortable with the way things operate. The problem is going to increase. You're going to have more and more students not attend school if something is not done. And the public opinion of the school is going to continue to decline because attendance rate is decreasing and graduation rate may start to fall. Your state assessment scores are going to fall. The district report card is going to fall. So some action needs to be taken quickly. My options, I only placed 3 of them, but to take no action at all, of course, and you continue with your practice, you're going to just increase problems. Penalize students and staff for not following district-wide policies is the second option, and that can look like people beginning to lose their jobs, students receiving detentions for missing so many days of school, and the number of unexcused absences begins to affect their grades. Our third option would be to just inform staff, parents, and students about the correlation between student absences and academic achievements. This is going to be a multi-step plan, and we're going to have to do a lot of teaching to make sure the information gets processed to everybody involved. So in section 7, the pros and cons, pros of option 1, no change is easier to manage. You have less people that are frustrated with change. You have fewer people that are going to argue with it because there's some that are going to say things are working just fine. Cons, building attendance will continue to decline. The reputation of the school will also decline. Pros for option 2, disciplinary policies are put in place, can sometimes have a positive change because you'll have people that are not wanting to get in trouble. Will they be happy about the change? No, but they will not be willing to lose their job, and students won't be willing to have disciplinary actions taken amongst them. Cons, not all parents are going to support this plan because parents really get frustrated with disciplinary actions. Option 3, pros, informed staff, students, and parents will now know the expectations of the district. They will also have the information to make informed decisions for the future. A con, change takes time. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. It is something, because the change takes time, it's also going to take a lot of checking in, making sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and evaluating those who are not following the current procedure. So I separated this into several plans. Plan 1, to evaluate the current practice and develop a plan for change. As an administrator, this is where you need to look first. You need to see what is happening in the building and how we're going to change it. We need to create a team to help implement this plan and get their ideas and opinions, and to make sure that you have found all the loopholes and that you are making adequate changes that are actually easy to put in place. Then we got to share the plan with the staff. Then we need to share the plan with students and parents. Review the plan throughout the school year to see if anything needs to change, because there are always hiccups when you're starting to make room for improvement. If things continue to happen the way they are, individual meetings with the people that are refusing to not follow the plan, and consider putting them on an improvement plan. The last step would be to meet with parents and students about their lack of attendance and have those conferences, and so everybody is on the same page and that we know that something isn't occurring outside the control of the family for the student not being at school.